Hey, my loves, it's your girl, Miss Melody XX here, or hey, ya Santi, or your girl, Melody Toomer, depending on where you watch me at. So, this morning I was scrolling through some posts, and I came across a post where it said that in, for Raven's Home, which is the reboot of That's So Raven, when they were in the beginning planning stages, they want to make Raven Simone's character, Raven Baxter, a lesbian. And she rejected and said no. And when I saw that, I immediately had to read more in the post. And it said basically she was talking about how she just saw Raven as a human being and she just wanted to leave her alone. And when I saw this, I was so torn. I was all over the place because I was like, Because usually when you have a post, you're so yes, I agree with this. Or you're like, oh, no, they didn't. But I was just so torn up this post. And I'm going to tell you why, because it's a lot to unpack. And I just really want to break this down. And we gotta break this down. Let's talk about this. When it comes to children's sitcoms, especially when you do a reboot of especially a child sitcom or something that Disney Nickelodeon, it's very hard because you deal with the generation that grew up with that made that there was a childhood. If you mess with it too much, then it messes with the generation who knew what it was. So for me, part of me was like, I understand maybe where Raven was going there because maybe she didn't want to mess with the character of Raven Baxter because Raven Baxter is such an iconic character. Like I think it's still. At that particular time, it held the record for the most episodes ever produced by a Disney Channel original series. Like when I think of Disney Channel original series, like the first couple names that pop in my mind are That's So Raven, Casey Undercover, Ant Farm, Just Shake It Up. Those are some of my favorites. And the Raven Baxter was such an iconic character. I watch those episodes literally to this day. And I honestly got to say, with the Raven's Home, the reboot, they did such a wonderful job with it. So I feel like that maybe she didn't want to change the character too much for the generation that grew up with that, and that she wanted to leave the mindset they had Raven, maybe because of Raven Devon, with just in that same mindset. Here's where I'm really torn at. With Raven being a lesbian, I would have thought she would have jumped this opportunity because here you have an opportunity to be to have such a teachable moment about a lesbian woman raising her kids and being on her own on a Disney Channel, a kids channel, an opportunity to teach kids about the LGBT plus community in a very safe, healthy, nice way. And I think that she missed that opportunity so big. To me, Raven Baxter in That's So Raven was such an iconic character. But by her doing this, I believed in my heart she could have turned Raven Baxter in Raven's Home to an even more iconic character. Right now, the LGBT plus community is fighting for so many rights and so much representation that this could have been a great teachable educational moment on so many levels, sis. Wow, this is this is a missed opportunity so much. Also because of the fact that if now, let's say Disney tried to do a series where they have a lesbian character, it's gonna be met with so much backlash. They probably will still get a green light, but it'll be met with so much backlash. But can you imagine with it being Raven, there was so much respect for that character. I believe that people would have listened and they would have gained from the knowledge because of the fact that they respected the character of Raven Baxter so much. Like, oh my God, like I believe within my heart, I get why Raven possibly did not want to do this. But sis, you missed a wonderful opportunity to be representation in such a huge, iconic, phenomenal way. Not only for the community, but you could have been a black transgender woman. I mean, excuse me, a black, excuse me, I said transgender, a black lesbian woman. And I know sometimes we had this old thing about her not living in black, but she's black. She's black. And this could have been just, my God, Raven, sis, I just really think you missed a big, huge moment. And I'm going to explain to you why. Lil Nas X, everybody's on Lil Nas X. Lil Nas X next. He shouldn't do this. He shouldn't do that. But do you know how many doors Lil Nas X is opening by being an openly black gay male rapper? By how many gay rappers he's gonna be that are gonna be to come to the forefront because of what he's doing? How many members of the community are going? You don't realize what a big step for the community because there are so many members of the community who would love to have an opportunity to be on Disney or Nickelodeon. And Raven, you could have been that. You could have been that vessel, sis. I get what you're saying. I respect your decision not to, but I really feel like you missed a huge, massive opportunity as a black queer woman who is married, who is lesbian, who is married to another woman, to do a great opportunity. You're in an interracial marriage. You could have used that to show a black woman in an interracial marriage with a white. You could have made steps. I heard in a post the other day. She said that the black community didn't always have her back. Sis, this is an opportunity you could have used it to educate the community. And sis, I really believe you missed the boat on something iconic, something huge, and something massive. Those are just my thoughts. I'm still so torn on this. You missed the moment, sis. You missed the boat. You missed the boat. I'm sorry. I gotta say it. You missed the boat. You did. Yeah. That's all I gotta say. Wow, that could have been huge. I love you, my loves. Yeah, bye.